Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I have a very interesting and special unboxing, something from White Mountain Knives. I'm pretty sure I know what this is. So let's get right into it. Today I'm opening up my box with my traditional pocket knives, Penguin Plus with the jig titanium handles and the M390 blade seal. I love this knife. It's a great fun little knife. If you haven't checked it out, you should check it out. White Mountain Knives and traditional pocket knives, two great places to go shopping. I like them both. And by the way, if you shop at White Mountain Knives, most knives, you get 10% off if you use my code RNK10. That's for Rob's Nerdy Knives. So it's the three letters RNK10. Use that when you check out, you get 10% off most knives. All right, so let's see what we got in here. All right, so it's a box within a box. Let's see what we got in here. Ooh, we got some stuff. All right, let's take a look at that. Put that over here. Ooh, we got the Divo Knives, a little pin, a little swag. That's kind of cool. I don't remember ever getting swag like that before. Oh, and got an extra, I'm not sure if it's a pivot screw or just an extra screw. And then we've got my little pony stout. Oh, it's kind of like My Little Pony. I get it. I get it. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And there's the Divo Knives. Nice little box. Great little presentation. And some nice silica if you're interested. I don't eat that. I would not recommend it. I got the all blacked out version. So let's take a look at that. And we'll put all this good stuff. And just real quick, let's see what that goes. Oh, okay. So it's an extra screw for the pocket. All right. So very cool. So I guess theoretically, if you lose your screw, or if you wanted to just put a screw in there to cover up because it's a little sharp, I could see that. That would be nice. And some people may not want that at all and they want it to just have fully exposed. So this is the black G10, beautiful G10. I really like that. Really, really nice. It's nice captive pivot. You can see that really solidly in place. Got a full backspace. Got a little bit of oil on there. That's fine. I'd rather have oil than none. A black wired clip. And that's a pretty strong. Oh, that's a pretty strong clip. I like that. Typically, these are kind of weak, but that's a pretty strong clip. I like that a lot. All right, so it's contoured. It looks like, oh yeah, definitely a little contour. It's got rounded, so that's nice. Very, very cool. All right, and so then we've got a thumb hole here for our spidey hole or fuller hole, whatever you want to call it, for kind of a reverse flick. So let's go ahead and give it a flick out and see what happens. Very nice. Oh, this is a hollow grind. I was not expecting that. I want to see, where's my cloth. Got a little bit of oil on here. We'll just wipe that off. But man, I was not expecting a hollow grind. You can see it better with oil on for sure, but let's see if you can get kind of a little view of that. Get my cloth out of the way. You can see that. It's definitely a little hollow grind. Let's get up to the camera. Can we get that on camera? Yeah. You can see that. Comes to a nice thin edge. That's really nice. Let's see. Pretty sharp. Pretty sharp. You can choke up on there, and let's see, do we have, what's the steel on this one? Okay, so first of all, let's see. Nice cutaway for the liner lock, definitely a liner lock. It looks like we're engaged a good 30%. That's really nice. Really cool. Let's go ahead and get a grip. So I got medium, medium, large hands. If I grip here, I'm barely over the edge. If I go right here, right? But it's meant to be choked up. There's definitely a finger choil right there. And if you choke up, you should be, yeah, you're nice and clear of the cutting edge. So that's nice. So I've got good full grip here. It's a very useful little tool. If I wanted to do a push cut, I can have my thumb fit right in there. That's really nice. Here it fits in really, really well. I'm really impressed with this hollow grind. That's just a nice touch. I was not expecting that. Really cool. Wow. All right, so let's go ahead and see how it drops. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. Let's do that again. Okay, and what I love, you see this? It drops down right here with the finger choil part on my nail. I'm not getting the guillotine cutting into my nail and my finger. It's catching right there really nicely, so it drops right in. It is a strong detent, which, if you know Kevin from Lefty EDC, he likes strong detents, but it works. It reminds me a little bit of my EMP EDC relative. That's pretty strong, but it works really, really nice. So let's see here. So it's a steel liner, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's a steel liner. I need to get a magnet. Do I have access to one of my magnets? Here we go. I'm pretty sure that's a steel. Yeah, it's a steel liner. Steel there, for sure. So, yep, no worries. I figured it was. The reason why I say that is because it is catching a little bit there, but I suspect that's because we got the black DLC on there, and it almost looks like it's even over there. Now it's locked up really nice. Yeah. So I suspect being brand new, it's got to break in a little bit. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, hold on a second. Now I can't. Okay. Okay, now I can't close it. Oh, and that's not good. All right. That's weird. Okay. Okay, that's not good. All right, man. I don't think it didn't do this when I first got it. Okay. All right, it's really locking up in there. Let's try to do the pencil thing and see if that maybe that fixes it, because that's kind of unusual for it to stick that well. So I'm gonna just do a little bit of pencil on here, put a little graphite, right? See if that helps it out. It's kind of like when you carbonize sometimes titanium, it doesn't want to stick. Let's see if that does anything. Huh. Don't know why that's sticking so bad. That's really weird. It didn't when I first got it. It just starts sticking right away. Is there too much oil on there? I didn't put any oil on this knife, unless it's the oil that it already had. Let's see if we can just get in there and clean it up. All right, so yeah, clean it up a little bit. Alright, I used to power lift, and I can still bench probably 300 pounds. And I could not disengage that. That's not good. Wow. I'm really bummed about this because I like this little knife. It's really cool. It's a great little knife. All right, well, I can tell you my impressions about everything about it. The way it handles, reverse flaking, all that stuff, contour, all that stuff is really wonderful. I like everything about it, and we can take a nice look here. You can see wonderful shape of the blade. You can look at the wonderful shape of the handle. That's really nice. I don't mind the black deep pocket carry clip. This right here, I mean, this is definitely a knife I would keep in the car to use. I am just really not sure why this is sticking so bad. I don't know, is the angle on the tang, is it too steep or something? I'm kind of flabbergasted. I don't know what's going on here. That is just weird. Everything about this knife is amazing except for this incredible lock stick. Here, I mean, let's do this. You can listen to this. That's me having to disengage. I'm just gonna lock it up, and here you can see. I'm trying to push with my nail directly straight this way, and it's literally popping off because it's so tight on there. And we'll do it again. Going straight, using the nail, pushing straight. And that there's no force pushing into it, it's just putting sideways. And so that should not be so engaged. And if I, over here, let me do it again by the mic. Okay, now I can't do it because it won't even disengage. Let's try it with two this way. Having to take this and push it because I can't do it with my thumb. My thumb's already starting to hurt. You hear that? All right, let's do that again. Lock it up. All right, so here. All right, so we just lock it up, and I'm going to push. Yeah, that is really odd. Okay. Good Lord, I'm using my nail just to break it. And not break it, but to break the detent so that it can open. For whatever reason, the lock bar of the liner lock, when it engages the tang, is just sticking like crazy. The angle doesn't look terrible, and the engagement looks fine. All I can think of is there's something on the lock bar that's causing this. Oh, and there's the if you wanted to know what the steel is, there it is right there, 14C28N. Great budget steel, great budget steel. But it should not lock like that. That is really weird. All right then. I feel like I need to maybe ask. Maybe Kevin knows a little trick on this. I'll ask him before I reach out to White Mountain Knives, because I really like his knife. I really like it, but that is just insane. It shouldn't lock that hard. Look at this. I just barely lock it, and look, I'm just slowly. Watch this. Just slowly. Now it's nice that it engages well, but watch this. Super slow. Engaged. Now I'm going to push. And it just doesn't want to release. Here. You can hear it literally like it's sticking to the back of it. And I don't know why it's sticking. That is just odd. Huh. Okay. But besides a lock stick, this is a gorgeous knife. I really like it. I want to keep it. I want one of these, even if I have to get another one. I do. I love, look at this chamfering and rounding of the back. Beautiful here. It's not harsh or anything. You don't have any jimping here, but I mean, it's meant to be held tight for compressed. I mean, you're not doing crazy cuts with this. This is a work tool. This is to cut things, cut boxes. This is maybe even a fifth pocket knife or just a utilitarian knife that you want to use maybe in your car or something like that. I mean, I really like it. And I love the flicking action once you can get past the detent, and then it closes really nice. Obviously, a knife like this, my wife would never be able to close this. She would not be able to close this knife. It would be stuck open, and she would not bring it home. If it's her knife and it was in her purse, it would be like this, and she would leave it at work and tell me that I can't close it. You wouldn't have the strength to close this. I mean, my nail is already bent. You can see that from trying to push that in. It's kind of a weird. It's got to be something that maybe they missed some QC thing, you know? I see black, like this is coated, and I see black coated on the steel bar part that's engaging. Unless, I mean, if they were supposed to carbonize that, then that's missing, or if they painted it and they weren't supposed to, it's painted. So I don't know if that's the, okay. I can't get it past that. So you can even see it when I do it, when I release it. Look. That's such a bummer. It really is. You know, there's times when I get a knife and this happens and I'm like, yeah, I'm done, whatever. And those knives, you know, you like them, you want to like them. But I know the Divos, the Divo Stout, all the other ones are phenomenal, great knives. And everybody loves them. And I wanted to get on this. And the little Pony Stout would be a great first knife. And it is fantastic. It fits well. It works well. It's great in the hand. Everything about it, except for that. And you know, it's sadly that's a deal breaker. And hopefully mine is a one-off. And if it's an issue, maybe something they have a fix for, or maybe. Okay, now I can't close it again. Because you can see that when it. I mean, that's loud. I don't have a knife that disengages that loud when liner locks. I mean, like here's my dark bolt, right? You don't hear anything. Now it's steel on steel. It locks up. No blade rock. Everything engaged. Good 30%. Comes down. I don't understand why it's so stuck. Anyways, great knife. Hopefully you don't have the same issue. And if I get a follow up from Kevin, I'll have a little note up here explaining it, and maybe we'll pause it for just a second if there's a longer note so you can read it. Otherwise, if I can't get that resolved, I'll have to ship this back to White Mountain Knives and hope to have another one. Because man, this is just beautiful. Everything about, I mean, this is a beautiful black little gorgeous knife. It needs to work. It has to work. This has to work. This has to be a one-off. There has to be something that they missed on this. And maybe because I got the black DLC or the black stonewashed or whatever, and the black liner, maybe, you know, what I'm hoping it is, and if I ask Kevin, if I take this apart and I just kind of remove the black part on this part that engages the tang of the blade, will that fix it? And I'm hoping that is it. I don't want to risk it on a brand new beautiful knife because I want one that works, and if I screw it up, then it's my knife and I know I got a screwed up knife, right? Because I'm trying to fix it myself without going to them to tell me what to do or get a replacement. I like this knife so much that I'm gonna be willing to make it work. You know, and this I don't know Kevin from Left EDC. I enjoy his channel, but I don't know him. And you know, I'm not gonna say I like all of his designs, but this one I really like. There's a couple of them. There's a few of them actually I like. You know, most of them I like. There's one or two that's not my cup of tea, and I don't hate them. They're just not my cup of tea. But this one is really cool. I really like this one. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It fits in the hand. It works. I get it. It's just, that is just not cool. Listen, I mean, that shouldn't disengage like that. And look, if I try to just push it like regular, I mean, it's digging in my hand and it hurts. It's already hurting my nail back here. And I'm going to probably have a little sensitive. It's like, I have to do two hands to close that. That's a bummer. All right, let's see. Hopefully we have a part 2, or we have that explanation and everything's working. Because I think this is a great knife if we can fix that liner lock. And if we have, and you know, I've post-editing this video up here, or we add on to this, we insert here. All right, so this is the video I wanted to add. I said I would post this in there if I resolved the issue. So I sent Kevin a message on Instagram, and it turns out as I was flicking this knife, I noticed that there was black paint on the lock bar, the very edge of it, that part that engages the tang of the blade back here, this little shiny part. And as I was flicking this back and forth and it was really sticking, I suddenly felt like something kind of release, and I looked on this this tang right here, the exposed tang right here, that's an angle. It's milled specifically for that angle so it can engage and not, you know, slide and all that good stuff. It had a bunch of black stuff on there, and it looked like it was the actual paint that was on the lock bar. So I don't know, and I asked Kevin, and I guess I'll find out if they were supposed to polish this lock bar, and there shouldn't have been any paint on there because apparently it locked up the blade horribly. So on the black on black, you know, which is a really cool, nice look, this black engaging on the tang really would make it stick until finally all that paint wore off the lock bar. It would literally pop out. It was so bad. But now it's fantastic. It absolutely is fantastic, and everything is working really, really great. Really, really great, and I like it. So most likely what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to edit this in at the end and splice out part of my ending and make this the ending of the video. But I just wanted to let you guys know that, yeah, I didn't want to send this back. I didn't want to have to send it in to get fixed. I didn't want to have to replace it. I really like this black on black. It's beautiful. I love this G10. This is gorgeous G10. I mean, when you do G10, this is how it should be done. Okay, this is how you do it. And I love this black stonewash, this hollow grind. Everything is so nice. And as you can see now, you don't hear that pop, and it's easy to disengage, and it drops. And I can do it left-handed without any issues. See? So nice. Really, really cool. I really like this. So here we go. And by the way, I also put that extra screw that I had, I put it on here because it was kind of sharp and it was catching my hand here, just because the G10 is sharp, just for a perfect fit, right? And so I put it in there. Why not? It's a beautiful screw. Why not just put it in there? It's not going to hurt anything having an extra screw. Some people may not like it. I like it. It's contoured and shaped, and so it makes it just more comfortable as far as I'm concerned. I don't want it to grip and rip, so there you go. So if you all have this Pony Stout, you had the same issue that I did. I don't know if I have the one Pony Stout where they forgot to sand off the paint on here. If I'm the only guy, there you go. I mean, that just goes to show you that, you know, if there's one broken knife, I'm going to be the guy who gets that one broken knife, right? So I'll be the person who finds it. But if, you know, if you guys have had a similar issue, if yours is stuck in really bad lockstick, it's because of the paint, this black stonewash and this black paint that was actually on the actual lock bar. And if I find that I have the skips for this, I'm going to do another video replacing the washers on here. I'm actually going to look at that lock bar, and I'll show you that to see if that, you know, if you could, it's real obvious where it got worn off, because I think that just made the world of difference, because now it's just no problem, right? Really easy to work with. So yeah, so that's it. That's the Pony Stout. Great little knife. I'm glad I kind of didn't give up on it, and I reached out to Kevin, and here we are with a beautiful little knife now. I'm really liking it. But if you guys have had a similar issue, there is a fix for it. You can fix it yourself if you've got the strength to keep flicking it. I will tell you, it did hurt my thumb a little bit because it was sticking so bad because of that paint. I'm hoping this was just like the one and only that missed it. But if it's not, it's fixable. And once you fix it, this is beautiful. It really is. And I suspect it has to do with the black paint on the lock bar. And I suspect if you have one that's the lock bar is not black, it's just a regular stainless steel, you will not have this issue. It'll only be with a black one. So very cool knife. I'm glad I finally got a Divo. I get it. Now I want more. I will tell you that. Now I want more. It's a nice design. You know, you look at it and you're like, whatever, but once you get it in your hand, this really works. It really works. It's a functional design. I get it. So there you go. All right. So that's the Divo Pony Stout by Divo Knives. Really, really nice. And I even said that I like this wire clip, which is weird because I don't normally like wire clips. I do have a Spyderco lynch clip that I can put in here and see what it looks like, but it's not blacked out, and I like this blacked out look, so maybe I'll just leave it. But we'll see. Anyways, very, very cool little knife. Definitely should check it out. Hey, if you like this video and if you like this content, found it entertaining, worthwhile, of value, would you consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, would you consider hitting the subscribe button? That really helps the channel to be able to produce more content. It allows us to grow. So thank you. Thank you to all of those who've done that. And if you already hit the subscribe button, maybe you'll consider hitting the notification button so you can be notified of future content when it is released. If you've done all of that, maybe check us out at Rob's Nerdy Knives. That's Rob's_nerdy_knives on Instagram. Again, that's Rob's_nerdy_knives on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye. Already posted up here, like I said. Yeah, that's really it for now. But great little knife, except for the liner lock issue. Hey, if you like this video, if you found it interesting, worthwhile, or just entertaining content, something you got something out of, would you consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've hit that like button, would you consider hitting the subscribe button? Both subscribing and liking really helps out the channel, allows us to produce more content and to do more. Hey, and if you did all that, maybe hit the notification button so you can be notified of future content as we drop the videos. And if you've done all three of those things, maybe check me out over on Instagram at Rob's_nerdy_knives on Instagram. At Rob's_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.